So today, I'm going to be showing you how to have like a kind of like a partner massage technique of massaging the upper traps, but also some of like the upper back musculature, like the rhomboids and the lower trap. And this, obviously, you're gonna need like someone else to help you with this, but it's pretty simple. And definitely people who sit a lot for desk work, stuff like that, you get tight up in this area, right? So just gonna show you just a quick technique of just kind of how to loosen that. And then I'm gonna show you how to do it yourself with using like a lacrosse ball or things like that, okay? So the first thing I like to do is I like to put your arm by your side and kind of hand right underneath the pocket like that. And then what you need is something like lotion, just so you can glide across the surface of the skin a little bit easier. So putting it right here, this is the upper trap. The upper trap runs from here, upper trapezius runs from here all the way into the neck right here, okay? And it's actually part of the big muscle, the trapezius, which is a big triangle right here, okay? So I'm just working on the upper fibers of it. So I have the arm by the side to kind of stretch out those fibers a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is gently start here at the top with my thumb, flat contact with my thumb, and I'm just gonna kind of glide on the skin. And I don't want a lot of pressure here, okay? So just nice, especially on the first few passes when you're doing this. You're gonna go all the way till you hit bone right about there, okay? And I'm just gonna keep doing that. And what you want to do is first you gotta communicate with who you're massaging, and they may take more pressure, it might need less, so just make sure you're communicating the whole time. But I'm just gliding up and down. As I kind of get to the shoulder area, I do like to add in a little bit extra pressure right there. Kevin, how does that feel?
Good.
Okay, good, awesome. Good, nice and easy. And then you can kind of gently just kind of side bend the head a little bit, just to get a little bit more of a stretch. And it's pretty simple. And you're gonna feel that. And then you can kind of reverse directions. So I'm gonna come the other way, like this, and then just work my way up the fibers. And when you get into the neck, just be careful that you're not doing too much pressure. Again, flat contact with that thumb. I don't want to get pointy like that, right? I'm just gonna go flat and then just work my way up to the bottom of the skull right there. Show you one more pass. Pretty simple. Good. Nice. So on this part, you can use a couple different contacts with this, meaning how use your hands, your elbows. You can use the thumb technique again, where you're just gliding, you're kind of putting your thumbs like this, okay, kind of right on top of each other, and you're just gliding down from the top of the back to the mid portion of the back. Good. Again, I don't want you getting pointy here. I want you that flat contact as you're doing that. What I like to do is I like to get my elbow, okay? And I'm not using the pointy part of my elbow. I'm actually using this flat portion of it, right? So you'll have the pointy, and then if you go a little bit to the lateral portion, which kind of gets like a flat portion right there. So I like to put that right on the back, and then I'll just work my way from the top to the middle portion. You might even get some pops doing this, and that's okay. Just be careful with the pressure. You don't want to do a lot of pressure here, right? You just need to communicate with whoever you're massaging. Make sure you're not doing too much force. Perfect. Cool, and the next, I'm gonna show you how to do that yourself without someone helping you. So earlier I showed you how you could do a partner massage for the upper trap and some of the musculature in the middle of the back. So now I'm going to show you just some things you can do by yourself using tools that we have here at the clinic. You can also purchase these here at the clinic and also online as well. The first thing I'm going to show is the Theracane. I know there's probably other brands like this, but this is a pretty good tool to use for the upper traps. What you're going to do is you're going to grab that Theracane, and you're going to kind of palpate on that shoulder area until you feel like a tender spot. And then I want you to kind of compress that, all right? So then from here, what you're gonna do is you're just going to side bend your head away from that, from the Theracane. And you're gonna feel a good stretch when you do that. And then you can kind of work your way all along that upper trapezius, upper trap area on that shoulder. Typically, you find some pretty tender spots the further you go away, all right? So like I got a good one right there. You can kind of just hold that stretch for a little bit and then do like repetitions of that for about like 10 reps, 10 to 15, do it both sides. So that's, again, that's a really good tool. And you can also use this to get to the kind of the middle portion of your back as well, kind of right in that mid back and just kind of compressing into it, right? Just doing some, we call it ischemic compression. And that really helps loosen up pretty good. Another thing I want to show you is using a lacrosse ball. So this lacrosse balls, again, you can find them everywhere. Just a hard ball that you can use into the muscles. So I'm going to use, use this rig right here. You can use like a door frame as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the lacrosse ball right here on the shoulder, all right? And I'm going to go into that rig, and then I'm going to push my body into it. And same thing, just like at Theracane, I'm just going to side bend my head away. And this is you can put a little bit more pressure in this one. So kind of be careful with that. Good, and you're just kind of holding that stretch until it kind of relaxes. Again, you can do that 10 or 15 times as well. Another one I really like to do is I like to use a band with a lacrosse ball, and this is about 1 inch in thickness. It doesn't really work with anything less than that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that lacrosse ball right there. I'm gonna wrap it first, like this here, let me get here. Do it on this side. So you put it right here. Good, just right there again, right on top. And then you're gonna use this kind of like put it on like a satchel, but then you're gonna step on it. It's a little tricky here. There you go, good. This is kind of a hard setup at first, but eventually you can get there. Good, and you're gonna have to hold it with your hand. And the band is pulling that ball down, and then you're going to, again, just kind of gently side bend your head away. That puts a lot of pressure on those muscles. Good, and again, like 10 or 15 reps, and just holding there. You can also kind of look away as well, kind of rotate that head. And it doesn't take much. Good. But yeah, so give those a try. Again, they're really good for if you don't have anybody else that can help you. They're good for just loosening up those tight muscles that get really tight from especially a lot of like desk work and the positions that we get into for prolonged periods of time. So give that a try and tell us what you think. I'm sure I didn't say something right. I'm sure like people who are massage therapists, I'm sure they're gonna get mad. But I mean, that's pretty.
I'll call the video Tyler School of Massage.
Yeah.